Congratulations on investing in this extraordinary program. What you just purchased is the single best real estate investing system you'll find anywhere. It's literally produced more real estate success, more real estate results than anyone else out there, any other system out there. That can be proven with HUD-1 closing statements. It's that good. You've got the best, so congratulations. Well done. Great purchase. So if I put myself in your shoes right now, you're probably enthusiastic, probably excited to get going, maybe a little bit of fear, what I just do, but you're ready to get going. Well, I want to tell you exactly what you need to do step by step so you can get the most out of this. Because the bottom line is it's producing results on a daily basis. Deal just closed yesterday, making over $220,000 cash in the student's pocket. Real money, real money. That's what I'm talking about. So it's happening all the time. And that's what I spend a lot of the time during the day doing, is looking over HUDs and looking over closings of our students. So it's happening all the time. So how do you go from where you are now, just getting started, how do you get on the fast track? Well, that's what I want to share with you right now. Fast track tip number 1, follow the success blueprint. What's the success blueprint? The success blueprint is right below here, naturally. And the success blueprint is your guide to how to use what it is that you just invested in. It tells you what to do in week 1, what to do in week 2, what to do in week 3. Well, let me give you an example. It doesn't tell you to read the entire system, all from the very beginning before you get started. That would be silly, because it takes a while to read the whole thing, or listen to the whole thing, however you want to absorb the information. No, it tells you what to do first. All right, take a bite-sized chunk. Check out chapter 1. Do this little step here. Do this little step there. It gives you what to do, both from, basically think of it like the classroom and the lab. You know, if you were in chemistry class, right? You had the classroom education, then you had the lab. And that's kind of what's happening here with the Success Blueprint. It's telling you, read some stuff. All right, now go apply it. Read some stuff, now go apply it. Now you can skip ahead if you want to. If you're dying to know what step 11 looks like, you can go do that. But my firm belief is that the most successful students we have are those that just trust the system and they follow it. They put the system to work for them. Heck, they invested in it, put it to work for them, right? And they also learn how to use all the tools. Because this is so much bigger and more powerful than it could ever have been presented in a single presentation. What you've invested in is so much bigger and more powerful. So you want to acclimate yourself to it and do it bite-sized chunks. Yeah, one of the tips of tips in my life has been that inch by inch, life's a cinch, yard by yard, life's hard. So I want to encourage you to chip away at this one little step at a time. When I first learned to play the guitar, I was 16 years old. I got a guitar for Christmas. And I remember the way I learned the guitar, I didn't know I was doing it consciously at the time, but I just, I had like 30 minutes each night before I went to bed that I would just kind of practice. And I learned to play the guitar that way. And fascinatingly enough, I learned to play it quite quickly because I was consistent. It was 30 minutes a day. So maybe you set aside 30 minutes, maybe an hour each day to follow the Success Blueprint, acclimate yourself to the system, and just start taking action one little step at a time. You don't need to know everything from the beginning, and that's the number 2. Fast track tip number 2 is this. You don't need to know everything before you get started. You may have heard that before. That may be overspoken, but I can't understate it enough. Again, we are coaching students all day long, every day, and we see the ones who are successful, and they're the ones that take action. They take action, and they keep taking action, but they're not worried about knowing step 11 before they get through step 1. And that could be a little scary. That could be a little, bring some apprehension, but that's okay. It's okay to have that, all right? It's almost like you're taking a small leap of faith each step of the way, that where the system is leading you is going to take you to where you want to go. Because it is, because the results are proven. All right, they're absolute facts. This thing absolutely works, and it's going to get you the financial results you're looking for. But you've got to take action, and you got to take it consistently. It's not the amount of time, it's the consistency. All right, so I've hit you on step 1 and step 2, and those are them. You don't need to know everything before you get started, and you just got to take it one step at a time with the Success Blueprint, which is right below here. Okay, there's a link you can click on. It's a PDF. You're also there's also quite a bit more to this, and so I just want to encourage you right now, before you get all overwhelmed. Oh my gosh, this is so much. This is too much for me. Whoa, I don't have time for this. No. One step at a time. One step at a time. Because when in any situation where you feel overwhelmed, if you step back a little bit, you can start to look at what this could do for you. And just think about that for a second. If you're overwhelmed, think about what this system has done for so many people. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in income each year. Picture, what would that do to your life? How would that change things? And see, that can help set your perspective. You see, when you start to see, when you can clearly see in your mind what that can do for you. I had a call with a student earlier this morning, and just saying, I love this system. I love this system. About to close her first deal, make about $20,000. She's been with it a little less than 3 months. And that's the spirit of it, It's this knowing that it's going to work. You just got to follow through and stick with it, and don't get overwhelmed, because again, it's so big. There's so much to this system, but you just take it in bite-sized chunks, and you'll get to where you want to go. Well, I want to welcome you again to this extraordinary system. Congratulations on this purchase. It was a very wise decision, and you are going to experience a complete breakthrough. All right, well, what's your next step? Click this link below here. Click that link and get your Success Blueprint. Welcome aboard.